Good morning, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back. Okay, so let's see what we have today. Alex, I can hear you're hearing Jivan. You're watching Jivan. You cheating on me or what? Very nice. Okay, guys, let's take a look. Let's start first from the first pair we have here, Euro USD, and then I'm gonna continue all the way to the last one. See what we have, what we can do here. First of all, we can immediately see that we're at resistance. And we can immediately see that we need to wait for a breakout. Unless we break this, there's no trade. But can we take the retest? No, we can't, because it's coming from another zone. And when price comes from another zone, there's high chances of a fake out. So what do? We wait for this resistance to break first. It's a 4-hour resistance, pretty strong. You can see how we are rejecting it again, even though the previous 4-hour candle closed pretty strong. Still couldn't continue up, and we're getting a rejection unless I see a clear candle closing above this resistance. There's no trade on Euro USD. EJ went pretty nice yesterday after retesting this zone, but I didn't take it. I didn't take it. Euro news, okay. Let's take a look. What news do we have? Because we need to be aware before taking a trade. Okay, so Euro news coming in 13 minutes. High impact news. Yeah. Looks like we're gonna have to wait. But we'll take a look what we have. We'll see. This kind of this Euro news don't usually have high impact, even though they say that it's high impact, but most of the time it's not. And my plan here is to take some sells on the 1 hour. What I would like here is a retest around here and continuation to fill this wick on the left here. But until the news is done, we're not gonna take anything. That's all based on the left here. You see this strong support that we did break yesterday, but looks like didn't really respect that much. But after it, you see all these rejections at the same level. Now we have this big bearish candle closing below. If this candle comes here, we can enter in a 5 pip range from the wicks to where candles are closed and expect continuation to the downside. Once the news is done, we're gonna wait for them, and then we're gonna come back to EJ, see what we can do. UJ went all the way down. Looks like it really respected the zone. Now looks like it's at support. Let me take a look at the 4 hour. Yeah, I wouldn't say anything, wouldn't do anything on UJ. It's not at any good position to take a trade right now. I can see that price is at support here, or reaching this support. We'll see later on, maybe we're gonna have a bigger move and see what happens, but right now there's nothing much happening. USD CAD, let's see. Okay, on USD CAD we have a small resistance here, which seems like it was respected a lot before. But the thing is, we already got rejected before. So the first retest was done, second one was done, and now the more it does try to break that, the higher are the chances that it's going to continue up. And looks like there's no trade for us right now. GBP USD. So GBP USD yesterday, what a move all the way up. Crazy move. Now you can see how we are rejecting the last 3 hours. Can't break this resistance. Once we do close above this, we can have a very nice move to the upside. But as you know, we need to close. Once we close above, we can expect some good things. Morning. So on GU, there's nothing gonna happen until the next hour. Aussie Dollar, let's take a look. Let's see, so we're at support right now on Aussie Dollar. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. Yeah, it looks like a 4 hour retest. The thing is, let me take a look at the daily. Okay, so on the daily, the previous daily came all the way back up, closed above this resistance, rejected this support, and now on the 4 hour we broke a zone here. Let's go on the 4 hour. Yeah, 4 hour looks pretty good to continue up, to be honest. We have a good break to the upside. The only problem is that we already got rejected first, and you can see how price got rejected, closed here, made another push, and that was, let me check, around 17 pips, moved to the upside. Price came again to the downside. We go on the 1 hour. Let's go on the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, we are having a rejection. And what are the options here? It's the second retest. The thing is, I'm looking for buys on Aussie Dollar. The only problem is that this is the second retest on the 4 hour, so it is a risky trade to take. Is it better to wait for candles, to wait for this support to break? Maybe it would be safe, but yeah, so this is my plan for Aussie Dollar. We have this support here, which is also a 4 hour support. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait for a candle, maybe this one or next one, we'll have to wait and see, to come and close above this. Come and close above this previous one. A small pullback and continuation to the upside. That would be the perfect trade here. But unless we do that, we're just gonna look, even sells, I wouldn't be comfortable taking them. I wouldn't be comfortable taking them because we have some other zones in between on Aussie Dollar, and the 4 hour would mean that it's at support, so it would be pretty risky. But coming all the way up here above, closing above bullish, above the previous candle, that would mean there's high momentum, very strong momentum, bullish momentum, and a small pullback would give us a chance to enter and ride it all the way to the next resistance. That's what we're gonna wait on Aussie Dollar. And I think it's gonna be pretty nice. Now it's just a matter of time. Manny, hello, welcome back. That will be the next trade. New Zealand USD, not gonna look at it. It's nothing special happening there. GJ is rejecting resistance. We're gonna have to wait for a breakout. Right now it's a little bit too far, but 20 pips is nothing for GJ. It can come anytime and break that. pretty quick. Looks like we do have some good setups coming up. Not interested on Euro and ZD. GCAD looks like GBP pairs are all the same actually. Right now they're all at resistance. GCAD with GU looks very similar. See, a very small difference. A very small difference between GCAD and GU. Same here. The same thing is happening on GCAD. CAD JPY, it is too messy chart. So for today, looks like unless we break some major zones, there's no trade on CAD JPY. There's a lot of zones in between. So I would rather not take anything here. So now let's focus on what we're gonna have soon. EURUSD is dropping. Like I said, unless we come in close above this, there's no trade. And the news came, right? Or not yet? EJ is gone, yeah. Unfortunately. Looks like the high impact news still has to wait another 12 minutes because this was not high impact. Another high impact coming up in 12 minutes. Yeah, too bad we didn't catch EJ. How many pips was this? Yeah, around 6 pips, 8 pips. Yeah, I was planning on selling EJ, but I had to skip it because of the news that was coming. Wow, big drop on EJ, and looks like it's not gonna give us a chance. We'll see. Maybe at least the 4 hour is going to give us a chance, even though it dropped a lot now and needs to make a 30 pip pullback. But we'll see. Maybe that news is going to do something. But probably just going to follow up and drop all the way down here to next support. Morning. What about AUD JPY? AUD JPY needs to break this support here, and then it's a very good trade all the way to the next support here, which is not a very big range, but it would be enough. I think 25 pips range. Why not? Yeah, so wait for this support to break on AUD JPY. Once it does, we need to close in the middle of this range, a retest and continuation to the next support here. Seems pretty good. Aussie dollar, it's pushing down also. I'm not gonna take sells if we do break the zone, because we have another one just below here coming up. Let's wait. Right now there's no trading any pair. Oh, you're in GJ buys. That's very risky. I can see you're buying this support here, but it's very risky. Don't you see that price is coming from this strong resistance? It may cause some problems. Wouldn't do that. It's too risky for me. Now we just have to wait. A lot of waiting happening, but you saw yesterday at the end of the stream we got a trade, and patience pays every time. Just all we need is patience. What's your bias on GJ? My bias on GJ is still bullish. GJ is still bullish. You just go look at the daily candles and you can see how bullish this is. Actually, this looks like it's gonna push straight up. GJ is gonna fly based on the daily. Looks very, very good. See, the previous candles all closed at the same level, even these candles, and we get to have this big bullish candle closing above all of them, clearing all of them. Now this current candle is making a retest. I think this is gonna fly, but it may take some time. We need more confirmations on lower time frames, because on lower time frames we're at resistance, so we need to break this first if we want to take a trade. But yeah, looks like it's gonna fly. No wonder it got rejected like this. Yes, we need to wait for that level to break on GJ, and that would be a better confirmation than just taking buys at this level here, because this would be too risky. Now let's see. Aussie dollar, not thinking for sells. I said before, I'm still thinking to catch some buys here. Aussie dollar is also bullish. Look at this, there's no clear, big drop that would say, okay, the structure is broken now, gonna have a move all the way to the other side. Still bullish. Aussie dollar is still bullish. There's no indication that price is gonna start to drop. That is clear. Or how to do it. We need to draw some trend lines here. We are in this channel and there's no breakout yet. We are in a full mode bullish trend here. And what we're going to do is we're going to look for entry to follow this trend. Easy and simple. And that would be the way I expected. This would be a good confirmation. Price coming, breaking this small resistance here, retest and continuation. Do you think that G is making possible a retest on daily? Yes. That's what I said before, like 2 minutes ago. See, we're getting rejected on Aussie dollar now. We just need another push to the upside, like how many pips? Well, it's not that simple. Need at least 15 pips to push to close above this, then a retest to continue up. Let's wait and see. I think this is going to be my next trade since EJ is already gone. I'm gonna wait for Aussie dollar. UJ nothing much. EU is dropping very heavy. Okay, it looks like we have some good news, PMI. Let's see if it's gonna have an effect on euro. Anyway, until the next hour we can't take anything, so we're just gonna be watching it. Maybe Eurocad is gonna give us something, because it looks like it's gonna break this huge support here. If it does break this huge support, we might get a chance, but we're gonna need a good close below, not a weak close, an indecision candle. No action for 1 hour. Question. Go ahead. Yeah, any questions you have? Go ahead. Yes, Andres. Hello. There's nothing happening right now. Still need to wait. My Telegram is SADFX. It's pretty easy. See, you go to breakandretest.com, my website. It's not working right now. It's under construction, and you can go free Telegram channel, and this is the channel you can join, and then also you can find me at SADFX on Telegram. It's pretty easy. Or you can find me on Instagram, also from the website, which is pretty easy too. And you can find a lot of trades, all the same, all break and retest for years now. Let's see, what a move on EJ. Wow, what did we miss here? This was crazy. I just needed it to come a little higher. But since the news was coming, just look at this 45 pips drop on EJ. This would be an epic trade. This would be an epic trade. Anyway, we're not gonna cry now that we did miss, because we have plenty of other that can come. Is the reason why I trade more pairs because you trade 1 hour and 4 hour more than Reja. So the setups are less frequent with just one pair. Yeah, that's one of the reasons. 1 hour, 4 hour, it may take more time to give you a setup, so I can't just wait for one pair. I can, but my trades are not going to be every day. I'm gonna have to wait maybe 2-3 days until a trade comes. Even though GJ gives a lot of trades, but why not trading also other pairs when they all work the same? They all make the same movement. So break and retest works on all these pairs on my right here. So why not trading them? And I have more choices, you know. All these pairs are going to give me something, and I'm going to be able to pick and choose which one is the best. It's not necessary that I have to trade all of them, you know. All these pairs, I focus more on major ones, but sometimes not even major ones we're going to give you any setup. So yeah, I've seen the most trades are on, you know, GU, GJ, USD CAD, EJ, even these pairs that I keep here, Euro GBP, CAD, JPY, it goes for months and I don't trade it. Euro NZD, for example, it goes long time and I don't trade them. Sometimes even USD JPY goes a really long time and I don't trade it. It's not that I have too many pairs. I just go through them like we do always. If I find a trade on Euro USD, then we focus on that until we get the trade. It's all your choice. If you want to focus in just one pair, it's good. It's good in the beginning to, you know, focus on one, not get things complicated. But after that, then, you know, you're more comfortable. You can watch other pairs too. The breakout should be at least 10 pips on GBP pairs, and on USD pairs and euro pairs, maybe you don't really need at least 10 pips, but 10 pips is the best that you can get. A 10 pips breakout is a very good confirmation. On UJ, I would say even a 5 pip breakout would work. Yeah, even a 5 pips breakout would work on UJ. Look at this here, for example. 5-7 pip breakout, and it worked perfectly. There was no problem with it. 7 pips, 5 pips. It really UJ doesn't need that big breakout because we know that the ranges on UJ are very small. Looks like USD CAD may give us a trade here. We have a lot of rejections at this level, and now we have this big bullish candle pushing above this. Maybe a small retest and continuation to the next zone. But we'll see how this candle is going to close. We have some more time to wait. Seem to be getting the zones wrong. For example, on EJ, you see as breakout, but I saw 125.300 as the end of the zone. Yeah, EJ is pretty simple. You can see that we're having all these rejections, right? And there's a reason why all these candles are rejecting the same level. So what you do is you go on the left, you see another one. You go on the left, you see all these candles all rejecting the same zone. That's why my support was there. Then you can go also on the 4 hour, and you can see that it's the same level on the 4 hour too. See, I draw the line on the 4 hour and it matches perfectly with the 1 hour. So that's where my support was, where all these 4 hour candles closed. I wanted to enter, but because of news I couldn't. even though I plan to enter in a 5 pip range from these candles to the wicks, but it dropped already before. Now, uh, I don't really have too much hopes that EJ is gonna come for retest because the 40 pip range is too big right now. Maybe it's gonna take some time or another or the next 4 hour candle, but that would be a rejection from support, which would make this too risky to take it after. So what I would do is wait for Aussie Dollar, because Aussie Dollar looks like it may close above this. Still, we need this to go bullish, or maybe the next candle close above this small resistance, small pullback to enter, and we would have a very nice setup here. What's the best way to learn? Is it reading more books or spend more time on charts? I think spend more time on charts because experience will make you better, not reading books unless you put that lesson that you learn in the books, you put that in real charts, then you can't just learn by reading. I mean, if you can learn theory, but you need to put it in the work. I never read a book about trading. I don't know if that's bad or not, but I never did. Are there any good books out there? I think there are. There are some, of course, but I don't know. I guess I didn't need to. I spent a lot of time in charts. Not now. Now I have less time on charts because the hard work is already done. There's no need now to stay a lot of time in charts. But in the beginning, of course, we needed a lot of time on charts to see what happens, what the market does, and it takes some time to learn how the market behaves. More time on the charts, more experience, and experience will teach you a lot of things. Did you get out of your Aussie dollar short okay yesterday? Yes. We took 10 pips. I sent on the free Telegram channel too to secure your profits because we went for that wick fill, and once it did, we moved our stop at break even for some runners, closed most of them. GJ can still continue up, but for now there's nothing. We need to break this resistance. Once we break that, we can have a trade. What was the game changer for you? Break and retest was the game changer. Break and retest is a game changer, and of course it's going to take some time to get used to it, but once you get used to it, you can see how good it is. If you follow all the rules and use good risk management, one of the best ways to trade. How can we use indicators? There's no need to use indicators. You don't need indicators. You can check your charts by yourself. No need for indicators to tell you what to do. GBP JPY break of support waiting for close below. Will enter in the next hour. Retest, clean traffic. There's no clean traffic. You're pointing on this clean traffic, but what about this traffic here that you have? You have prices rejecting support, which is also daily support if you didn't check the daily, and it's coming up, and this zone here, this support here, is too weak. It's not even support. We only have one rejection here. I wouldn't even consider this as support. So better wait, because the daily is still bullish, and we need to break above this and continuation. Nothing other than that. More GBP news in 10 minutes. Yes. GBP AUD looks good. Not the pair I trade, but let's take a look. Aussie Dollar is pushing. Let's see if it's gonna give me the setup I'm waiting for. Yeah, GA looks pretty good, but the news are coming. Looks like a clean break and retest. What about the 4 hour? Okay, looks like we're breaking this big consolidation box that we had for days here. Finally, since we have GBP news, then looks like GBP news are in 37 minutes. Alex. I don't see other news here. Yeah, because usually GBP news are at 10:30. Yeah, so we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait for the next hour to close first. Aussie dollar looks pretty good. I wanted to have this candle push all the way up and close above, because that would be a very good confirmation. If it doesn't and the next one comes, it's not the same, but still can make it work. Do you use magic keys? Not yet, but it's coming. It's taking some time because of the coronavirus, but once it comes, you're gonna see me using, because it's one of the best tools that are out there. Magic keys is like an indicator, but you have it in your hand. That helps you manage the risk and everything. It is for my style of trading, it's perfect, because I open a lot of positions and it has all the options for you that you can manage your positions. Always wait for candles to close. Always. There's no exception. Okay. Let's see Tyler sent a chart here. Let's take a look. No worries, Alex. No worries. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. Okay, price found support on the 4-hour daily. Yeah, Tyler looks pretty good. If it does push and close above, this looks like a key level for Eurocad. So if it does break that, can expect a move at least to this next zone, because looks like there's no traffic. See the big bearish candle, no traffic all the way up to this next zone. After this, there might be some problems because it looks pretty strong resistance and it can reject. But until then, clean traffic, very nice setup. Wait for it. Looks like it has another 20 pips to push, but maybe in the next hours it's gonna do that. Looks very nice. No, not gonna take buy if this candle closes bullish. Look at my setup here. I said before, we need to go and close above this. Close bullish above this resistance, small resistance. Then we can enter on the pullback and continue up. Three minutes left. I don't really see how price is gonna go all the way up here, all the way up there, but it's not gonna happen in 3 minutes. Which means we're gonna have USD CAD trade. Let's see, a very good close looks like it's gonna happen here. Plenty of rejection at this zone, and if it does come for retest, I think the chances are very nice. Okay, so we have a very good breakout, but seems like price pushing right away. It's a 10 pip break above this resistance. I'm gonna wait for a retest now, even though it started to push a bit. If it does come to the next zone, it's not gonna be valid anymore. So we need this retest right away. If it does push before coming there for the retest, then it's not a good sign. Okay, let's see Benjamin. Let's see your chart on Eurocad. Okay, good then. You can wait for that too. But this looks a way stronger support here on Eurocad. But looks like no retest. Benjamin, stop, man, stop. There's no need to do that. Patience, patience, patience. Yeah, this is not a good thing when this happens, because it already moved like 5-6 pips, and we want to catch this push, and if it would come all the way down to make the retest first, that would be way better. But yeah, it looks like momentum is pretty strong, and there's no retracement here. Can you show how you analyze a pair from the start? Yes, you can see, just go on the beginning of the session and you can see how I analyze the charts from the beginning. You can go when I start the stream, because that's what I do every day. Jay, we didn't take any trades. Waiting for one. Still. Okay, Eurocad is pushing. If it does come to the next resistance, there's no trade for us. It's been very slow this week. What if it retraces now? Would the retrace be invalid? Or what can I say? The next resistance is another 10 pips. So I guess it would be more risky, of course. Would be more risky. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Coming now all the way from this point here, we have 20 pip range from the current price to where we want the retest. That would be a huge drop, huge pullback to come. So I guess it would be pretty risky. Aussie dollar looks like it's not going to continue up, taking more time. GJ, wow, big drop. What about the 4 hour? 4 hour, not too much going on. Yeah, looks like EJ is gonna break another zone here. If we do close below this, we might get a chance. How accurate is your method of trading? It is very accurate. If you go through all my live streams, you can see how good it is. Just look at the end of the stream and look on the left. On the top left, there are trades that we took during sessions, and based on them, you can see how good the method it is. Beginner trader here. Do you have a course? Yes, I do have a course. I do have a course. You can take a look here. And also I have a lot of free information on my channel, so it's up to you to choose. If you don't mind asking, what is your ROI per month? It depends, man, it depends. It depends. I try to make at least 1 to 3% per day, so it is pretty good. I can't complain. Yeah, some news on Euro was good, some news were bad. Most of them were bad news. That's why it looks Euro is tanking. Now we have GBP news in 20 minutes, some fireworks coming up. Okay. Yeah, I expected Eurocad to break this support, but looks like it's rejecting. Yeah, fabulous Nacho. That's right. But you don't forget that there are losing days too. There are losing days too. So on every business, there are losing days. Even though the losses here are pretty small. I mean, you've seen it. The win rate is pretty good, better than most of other ways of trading out there. and very safe too. Someone asked about GJ. GJ is still bullish. You can see the news is going to have some effect now. Maybe it's going to push to the upside. That would be very good for us because we would finally break this resistance and we would get a chance to enter. If not, then to the downside, I don't really want to take a trade to the downside. This is my support on GJ because of all these rejections. And this is also where we took a trade a few days before, and you can see rejections, breakout, retest, this rejections too, and this one too. So we'll see if it does break below. It's going to be because of a news. So everything that happens because of the news is going to be a risky trade. That's the rule. But if it does happen in our favor, then we can take it, but use less risk. We have a clean traffic on the left if we do break this resistance. No, I lost. I missed the EJ just because of the news. Didn't want to enter before the news. That's why I missed EJ. Lots of waiting on last days. Yeah, of course. That's what I recommend too. Stay away when there's high impact news. Wait for them to be done, then see if you can take a trade or not. Aussie dollar looks like it's not going to be able to continue up. It's going to take more time. Looks like the next target can be this next support, which can also get rejected. Do we have any USD news later on? Yes, we do have some USD news later on. Yeah, we have a few hours until then, but looks like New York session is going to be more volatile than London. London was very slow today. I can tell you that. Yeah, the thing is, EJ had a good breakout candle. I wasn't worried that this would push all the way up. It was a good breakout. What about NZD USD? What about NZD USD? We have support. Let's take a look at the 4-hour. Yeah, okay. A 4-hour may give us something. It may give us something. We'll have to wait and see. The level on UJ looks pretty strong. Lots of rejections, which looks like also daily support. And that's one of the reasons why it's getting rejected, but I wouldn't try anything on UJ. It's not clean how we would like to be. Some candles here, it's a little bit messy because they didn't get respected, even though Before it did respect this level, but these two candles didn't respect, and this one too. Still, maybe a break below that and a retest would be good, but I still wouldn't be very comfortable. Even though the next zone seems pretty clean traffic. Anyway, we're gonna see. UJ is too slow. Even if we take it, it's gonna take ages to move. Let's see, GU is the same position as GJ. The news is gonna make a difference, I think. See you, Phil. See you. Maybe you'll miss something, but what can we do? 8-9 minutes left for the news, and we'll see what happens. If GBP drops all the way down again, that would be a total mess. Looks like we had on EA a small break and retest here, which we didn't see. And looks like this was the only break and retest. USD didn't give us a chance at all, straight to the next zone. This would have been a very nice trade, but no retest. What can we do? No retest, no trade. EJ is pushing lower. Yeah, the 4 hour is going to close on the next hour, so we might have a break and retest on the 4 hour if it doesn't reject and close like an indecision candle. EU made a huge drop too. And looks like this is going to be the next support for EU. And we also have a small zone here which we can consider taking a trade here, if I can say. The only thing is that needs to stay around here, not push the next zone before making the retest. We have a 22 pip range in between these two zones, so close below a retest would be perfect, I think. In this case, it's lower risk because it's minor level. Yeah, we can use lower risk, but I don't think we have to use low risk. I mean, both zones are the same. They have a lot of rejections. They look strong. Same thing. I think wouldn't be needed to use lower risk. Unless it does come to next zone, then comes for a retest. As long as it stays around here in the middle of this range, then comes for retest, then there's no reason to use low risk. Advice on gold. Yes, I do have advice on gold. I would say stay away from gold. That's my advice. Gold is too risky to trade. I think there's no need to trade it. We have plenty of other pairs. I hope you guys are not rushing trades, because I hope you're learning here some discipline and some patience by waiting for a trade. AUD waiting for this candle to test support and see where it goes. We'll look for buys. We'll look for sells. Now, are you going to look for buys or for sells? You need to make a decision. Yes, man. No need to try to force trades. It's not gonna bring anything good by forcing a trade. There's nothing gonna tell you that price is gonna push up here, even if the candle closes. Because you don't know if it's going to break or not. That's why we wait for a breakout. What about Euro GBP? It doesn't look like it's in a position to take sells. If you took sells on Euro GBP, you are selling support, and this can push up after this. Too risky. At least wait for this support to break, then take a sell. Eurocad may give us a good setup. Let's wait. We need to close below this. Any good setup? Well, yeah, this looks a very good setup. If it does close below, we have a nice 4-hour break and retest. And on the 1 hour, when we have a 4-hour, on the 4-hour, when we have a breakout, it's a much better confirmation than when we have a 1-hour breakout. You lost a lot of money. Why did you lose money? Did you go through your trades and see what you did wrong? Maybe you can send a chart and see what you did wrong there, or what can be done to fix that thing. Okay, so the news are done, right? The result is not okay, so neutral GBP news. Let's see if GBP moved a bit or not. Yeah, it seems like nothing happened, even after the news. even after the news. Seems like we're gonna break maybe on New York session, even though GJ now has a very big move to be done in order to come and break this resistance. It's a 60 pips range. That's gonna be pretty hard to happen. Yeah, NZD/USD, it's gonna be a good trade on the 4-hour especially. If it does break below, it's gonna be a good setup. So we have NZD/USD, we have Eurocad. They're both at 4-hour support. If they do break below, we can have a nice move to the downside. Especially Eurocad, since Euro is very weak right now. So the momentum, the bearish momentum is very strong. We just needed to stay close to our zone, because if it does go too far away, then the retest might not come. Still waiting. Gonna get some coffee while I wait here. Do you guys think Eurocad will retest the resistance? Yes, we do think it's going to retest, and we hope that it's going to retest. If it doesn't, then it's not good for us, because without a retest there's no trade, basically. Yeah, Eurocad has free traffic on the left. It's gonna be a good one. What would you guys say if we do this? Black background. I want to know if the quality is the same. Yeah, the quality doesn't look good. I'm gonna stick with white background because it looks better. Looks like this is the best. White background is not good at night. Hurts your eyes a lot. Yeah, white is way better. You can see clear the wicks and everything. GCAD got rejected too. Couldn't break this resistance. Same as all other GBP pairs, but GCAD dropped a little, not too much as G. Let's go. Okay, wow, we had a good drop on Aussie Dollar. Man, I didn't want to see this on GJ because it's not making a lot of sense. Coming all the way back down, reverse, making a huge reverse. It doesn't make really sense for price to continue all the way down again, but maybe it's gonna be a good thing because we would break the support and finally we have a good move to the downside. But I was expecting to break this resistance and go with the trend. And now it seems like we're having huge pullback. If it does come all the way down here, then I'm probably gonna have a break below that during New York session. So not too much happening. Send a chart so I can see. No, Phil, you didn't miss anything. Everything is very, very slow right now. Yesterday was the same, very slow. And EJ is gonna give us a break too. EJ, Eurocad, and you're gonna choose which one you want to take. EJ is gonna be pretty good. Aussie Dollar looks the best. Well, Aussie Dollar is at 4-hour support. And I'm not sure if you're gonna have a breakout on Aussie Dollar. The setup I was waiting for didn't happen. Now, maybe this break of the support give us something. Yeah, at least we're not losing money. That's a good thing. Yeah, check the higher time frames always, because we need to have higher time frames also match with our lower time frame, which is 1 hour. When 1 hour, 4 hour does match with each other, then it's the perfect confirmation. Selling GJ and 1.31900 doesn't seem like a good idea because that's where support is. Selling support, I think it's too risky. Eurocad, 10 minutes left. Eurocad, we're gonna have a breakout. Let's go Eurocad. We need this to stay at this point, not reject or push. This is gonna be a template breakout, which is very good. Price needs to stay exactly at this point so we don't get a weak breakout. EJ is the same. EJ is going to be the same. It's a good thing that they leave a small wick because we can use it as a target, and usually wicks get filled. So we are very close to the next candle close. If we don't have any breakouts on the next candle, then there's no need to stay on the charts anymore. But I think we're gonna have a breakout in this hour. Finally. Good morning. You're late. Will you be streaming New York session also? No, I'm not gonna stream New York session also. It's too much. Too much streaming is not good. Okay, have a nice day, bro. See you later on. My stop loss on Eurocad is going to be 20 pips. So my entry has to be at 1.56050, I think. Or maybe a little lower. Stop loss is going to be 20 pips, so that means around here. Entry, stop loss, target the next zone, which is pretty far, and we have a clean traffic until there. We have like 50 pip range to fill. I'm from Kosovo. Do some research on Google. You can see how Kosovo looks like. Let's see. Eurocad should stay here. We don't need it to push more because it's gonna leave without a retest, and it's almost 20 pip breakout now. You will enter 2% risk? I don't know. Maybe I'll risk 10%. Yeah, that food is very nice. We have some nice food in Kosovo and some traditional too that you guys have no idea about it. Yeah, the breakout's gonna be good, guys. The breakout's gonna be good. The only thing is we need a retest. We might use less risk though. It's a Friday. It's Friday, and we don't want to risk our week's profits. Just kidding about using 10% risk. It is Friday, it's a risky day for us. Okay, 5 minutes left, let's go. Nice breakout's gonna be. Take profit is whenever you feel like you're pleased with profits. Profit's going to be 20 pips at least, because looks like we're going to leave a small wick here and we have a 20 pip range in between from our retest zone to this 4-hour wick fill. We're going to have 20 pips if it does retest. If not, then we end the week or wait for next week or wait for a New York session. Yeah, everyone who wants to visit my country, you are welcome. Albania especially, it's very beautiful to spend some vacation. Do you speak Serbian, Bosnian as well? No, I do not speak that language. If I come there for a week, are you going to teach me Forex fully in weekend? Well, it depends. It depends. Okay. You want to go to Lazaret? Yeah, you can, but it's gonna be a bit hard maybe. Yeah, so this is the best place that you can visit when you go to Albania. Whenever you go to Albania, this is the best place. See? But you might be in a little danger if you go there. Yeah, Jay, there's nothing wrong to ask. Of course. I'm kidding. Albania has some nice places. Take a look at these beautiful places, and price is pretty cheap comparing to other countries. So you have some nice places to go. Albania, and it's not too far from my country. Can go for 1 or 2 hours driving. Yeah, Alex. That's right. Okay, perfect. We have a breakout. Now we're gonna need a retest. Let's wait for the retest. We're gonna enter on the retest. Alex, that's true. Unfortunately, that's true. It's like in Colombia. All the farmers do the same thing. Okay, next trade, Eurocad sells on the retest. We have a breakout. And waiting for a retest. Yes. Is there a Zoom chat? Yes. There is a Zoom chat with my students. Okay, let's go. Eurocad starting push. We have another 10 pips that we need to push for a retest. Once it does come, then we're gonna enter sells. It's taking some time, but we have to wait. We don't have another choice. Also, we have a breakout on EJ. So EJ is the same. Once it comes for retest, EJ is a little bit messy maybe. I think entry should be a little higher. But no, I'm not gonna take EJ. Eurocad is better, I think. Kosovo. Do you use the same setup on other pairs on your watch list? Yes, I use the same setup on every pair. Because it does work on every pair. Psychological levels can be helpful, but I don't really, focus on them. Of course, you've never been in Kosovo. It's not a big country. We speak Albanian. Our language is Albanian. Let's go Eurocad. It's gonna take some time, but you should get that retest. How much minimum pips for retest? It needs to come at least 10 pips. We need at least 10 pips push from current price. Around here it's going to be 10 pips. 15 pips would be the perfect retest. But we can enter in a 10 pip, in a 5 pip range, so we don't miss the trade. Let's see. Still waiting. No, we always wait for the retest. What pairs do you usually trade? The pairs that I have on my right. No, don't take sells now. It's too early. We need to wait for price to come at least another 10 pips. At least another 10 pips, then we can take sells, but not before that. It is too early now. We're gonna end up in a bigger drawdown than we need. So we need to wait. The best entry is gonna be in another 10 pips push. Gold buys. Why gold buys? We don't trade gold, unfortunately, so we're gonna skip that. A lot of patience needed. A lot of patience. Yeah, Geo didn't really do anything else. GJ, we have a breakout on GJ, on the 1 hour and 4 hour, but I'm not gonna be very comfortable if it does come for retest here. It is a very strong zone, but for me, GJ is still bullish. And going against daily would be not a good idea. Even though we have a huge drop. This is what I'm gonna wait, so I don't really care about GJ right now. Eurocad is my next trade. And it is a textbook setup. When it comes for the retest, we're gonna see if it's gonna behave well. Okay, Eurocad is pushing. Let's see if it does come or not. Yeah, every day, same time on YouTube for London session. what happened with AUD because I think it was at support about to break. Yeah, seems like it got rejected. Yeah, no 4-hour breakout. We were waiting for the 4-hour to break below, but seems like it got rejected. But when the breakout happens here, it's gonna be a nice trade. Don't forget. Okay, 1 hour is pretty close. We just need another 5-7 pips to come, and we can enter. I'm gonna create an algo or an indicator very soon that's gonna be able to catch every break and retest that happens. But first it's gonna be tested. It's gonna be pretty good, I think. Adding all the details that needs to be checked before should have the best win rate of all time. Okay, this is not good. We're already rejecting. We don't like to see this. Price needs to come a little higher. I am already working on it. It's not gonna go too far. And that's gonna be published. I think it's gonna be for both. But it's not gonna be an indicator like all the regular ones that just called tops and bottoms. So we'll see. First gonna start with a small one, see how it does work, then we can upgrade. There's no Zoom link for you. And I'm gonna have to go now, but I'm not gonna leave the stream. So you can read the text. I'll be back once the retest comes. So once the retest comes, I'll be here. I'm gonna follow it from my phone, but I need to leave the office for now. Back on track. We need at least another 7 pips push to the upside, then we can enter. So for now, I'm not gonna be here for a few minutes, but I'm gonna leave it around. Once it comes for the retest, I'll be here, don't worry. So you can also put pendings to alert you, or you can just put alerts when price comes at resistance to make the retest. So I'll be back soon. Once it comes for a retest, you'll have me here. Not gonna stop the stream. So guys, yeah, it looks like I missed the trade. No, I didn't enter, fortunately. I didn't enter because I was waiting for the 4-hour to come higher. Another 5 pips. Another 5 pips, but looks like I asked for too much. Yeah, if you entered, then good job. But I didn't. I was just waiting for a little bit more. Seems like I missed. I'm gonna look for another trade on your session. But anyway, it's Friday, so I was also just looking for a small risk trade, less risk than usual. Yeah, unfortunately I didn't get to enter. I just wanted a little higher to come because it seemed for me that it was a little too early. Watching these wicks, I said the best would be at least to come another 5 pips to the upside. No, I wouldn't say to enter once this candle closes, because where would you put your stop loss? If you would put your stop loss above the wicks, price can still continue and come for another retest, so it wouldn't be safe. I'm not going to take anything here. Let's see if we do have any other setup. Wow, look at GCAD. What a drop. GJ2. Aussie dollar closed below this support, but is rejecting from this other 1 hour or 4-hour support. So we're in between two zones. If we didn't have a zone here that price is coming from, I would take some sells here, but I'm not gonna do that. EJ retest. EJ retest, let's see. Yeah, EJ retest is good, but needs to come higher. See, the thing is, we have a lot of candles rejection from different price zones, so we need at least to come here, then maybe continuation to the downside. Yeah, I'm thinking if we can enter Aussie dollar with a small stop loss just above this candle. But daily is not good on Aussie dollar. Daily is not good. Daily is at support too. 4 hours coming from another support, so looks like I'm gonna skip this too. NZD USD didn't manage to close below, so there's no breakout. Euro US dollar, like I said, needed to close in the middle of this range without coming to the next zone. Eurocad might come again. It might come again, but it's gonna be risky because it's a second retest. Yeah, looks like there's no trade for now. We're gonna have to wait for a New York session. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to go. See you next week. Have a nice weekend, and we'll see. Maybe New York session is gonna give us something, but right now there's no trade. Unfortunately, we didn't get a chance. Eurocad was good, but I missed it. Yeah, Eurocad can still continue, but already, once it fills the wick, needs to fill this wick. After that, I don't know if it's going to push more, but there's still room to go to a downside. In the 4 hour, we have another, 30 pips maybe to fill the range. So we'll see. You already got the first rejection, so be careful now. Second one, it might push the upside. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to see. Maybe New York session is gonna give us a trade. I'm gonna have to see. See you later on. Have a great weekend. Thank you. Why not EJ? We'll see. EJ needs to push higher. Okay, very nice. If you took it, congrats. Thank you.